clutchest drive of all time. The Patriots drive to win Super Bowl 36.
Yeah, I definitely don't put it as one of the greatest clutch drives of all time.
How is this only number 10?
One of the greatest upsets in Super Bowl history.
How many game-winning drives in a Super Bowl have we ever had by a young quarterback that was a 2-touchdown underdog?
This feels like a personal grudge that somebody has against Tom Brady.
Remember when John Madden told them to take a knee and play for overtime?
And now with no timeouts, I think that the Patriots, with this field position, you have to just run the clock out. You have to play for overtime.
I kind of agreed. You know?
In 99% of situations, that would be the correct thing to do.
I don't agree with what the Patriots are doing right here. I would play for overtime.
Play for overtime, play for overtime, drawn on the screen and everything, and you're like, wait a minute, Brady's got this. The young buck's gonna do it.
The Patriots have to come up and snap the ball down here. Brady to the line of scrimmage, down to 9 seconds left, throws the ball to the ground with 7 seconds left.
I'll tell you, what Tom Brady just did gives me goosebumps.
It's the moment that you recognize there's something different and special about number 12.
You are playing the Rams, double-digit underdog. You are tied.
Absolutely zero chance the young upstart Patriots could ever win.
Tom Brady ignored the naysayers. He was going to take down the Rams in regulation.
Starts to run with it, throws over the middle. It is caught there out to the 21-yard line. Over the middle it goes, complete to J.R. Redmond to the 30-yard line.
Not too crazy risky. If we don't make it, we don't make it, but at least we're trying to make something happen.
Dumps it off to the left, complete to J.R. Redmond, 30, 35.
It's the ultimate cliche, but Brady is just taking what the defense gives him.
Fires down the field, caught! Troy Brown at the 40. He's to the left of the 37-yard line and goes out of bounds.
The smart, prudent, Patriot way. You give us that, we will take that, and then we will beat you.
48-yard field goal attempt. Set to go, snap ball down, kick up. Kick is on the way, and it is good! It's good! It's good!
I think it's one of the most important drives in NFL history.
It is the beginning of the mystique of Tom Brady.
Yeah, baby! Way to go, 12! You're the man, baby! You are the man! Way to go, man!
Tom Brady's ability to play that drive out exactly like the Patriots wanted to was the moment I realized that Tom Brady was going to be an incredible superstar in this league.
This is the guy who you want driving in the last moments of the Super Bowl. A clutch drive in his first year as a starter. Like, this is a guy who's going to play his best at the very end.
The number 9 clutch drive of all time. The catch.
Joe Montana is Tom Brady's hero, and I'm sure a lot of it started on that day.
A young Tom Brady attended the 1981 NFC Championship game.
Maybe there was an osmosis transfer of just Joe Montana going, here you go, kid, you're going to need this later.
He may not remember it, but Brady witnessed a pivotal moment in the NFL's history.
It launched a dynasty in the San Francisco 49ers and really spelled the end of the 70s Cowboys.
So the Cowboys always crushed the 49ers' playoff dreams, and now at Candlestick Park, this is the time where the 49ers are finally going to do it. 3rd and 3 from the 6. And as a 49er fan, this is everything. This is it.
How is this one going to end? And on 3rd down and 3, he rolls right.
Keeps rolling.
And he's being chased by 3 guys, including Too Tall Jones.
Looking to throw, and he throws into the end zone. Touchdown!
And I only see it in slow motion. Like, every time it's this beautiful slow motion spiral that Dwight Clark catches like tissue paper.
We have made Dwight Clark's catch the immortal moment. But what we fail to remember is all of the decisions before that play.
The 5 minutes is just an absolute masterpiece of play calling.
What the Cowboys were trying to do is, you have a limited amount of time, you're going to throw the ball. And Bill Walsh said, no, we're not. I know what you're doing on defense. I'm going to counteract it.
On that final drive, the 49ers ran the football on 3 of the first 5 plays.
Bill Walsh saw nickel defense and did what you're supposed to do. He ran the ball.
It was almost like watching a college class in how to operate a drive down the field. Walsh knew exactly what play to call at the exact right time.
And the running play, and the reverse to Solomon. Coming around inside the 45-40. He is down to the 35-yard line for a first down.
He was orchestrating this as well as any coach in NFL history.
There was a sideline throw by Montana on that drive.
He throws to the sideline, and it is caught by Clark at the 25.
I don't know how he fit it in. It looked like he was going to get intercepted.
A brilliant throw and catch.
You knew he had that magic, but you didn't know how much magic.
This drive kind of exemplifies what the West Coast offense is and who Joe Montana is.
That drive that Montana started his career with is more impressive than the throw itself to Dwight Clark.
The number 8 clutch drive of all time. The Giants drive to win Super Bowl 46.
I don't think this is in a spot where it should be. Just because it's a Super Bowl, it's pretty much a Super Bowl winning drive. It gets a team a Vince Lombardi trophy and it gets a quarterback a Super Bowl MVP.
So the Giants got the ball back, under 4 minutes to go. I remember the best play was the first play.
This is the drive.
Manning out of the shotgun set and he's back to throw. Finds the pocket, deep ball down the left sideline, and it's going to be caught. Was he inbounds? Yes! Manningham on the sideline.
This is the best throw I've ever seen in person in my life. It took the absolute perfect throw, the absolute perfect catch.
Think about the window that throw had to get through to get into Manningham's hands and have him come down inbounds.
These are plays being made by receivers that you don't expect to make in these type of moments. And to see that type of a throw and that type of catch from Mario Manningham, that was big time. That was big time.
What Eli Manning does as well as any quarterback, he knew the defenses that the Patriots were playing, and he knew before the snap where he's going.
Just like in Super Bowl 42, Eli Manning was at his best when it mattered most.
The Super Bowl loss to the Giants in 2007 was such a scar on the legacy of that team that I'm sure the Patriots players, Patriots fans, Patriots coaches started to watch that drive and said, this cannot be happening again.
By the end of that drive, you felt like the best the Patriots could do is let the Giants score.
You think the Patriots would let him score?
I doubt it.
Handoff Bradshaw, he runs up the middle.
You're screaming like, let's go, let's go, let's stops, turns, and just sort of like scuba dives into the end zone.
He thought about stopping, but he went in for the touchdown.
Every child dreams of scoring the winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. No one dreams of reluctantly falling into the end zone.
It was like a little anticlimactic. Should I score? Should I not score? Should we kill more time because of Tom Brady? So that kind of takes away some of the luster of the drive.
That's why it's fine. This is a little lower on the list. Any drive that ends with a team allowing the other team to score a touchdown to win a Super Bowl, it left you with a strange taste.
The number 7 clutch drive of all time. The Colts drive to win the greatest game ever played.
This is Chuck Thompson speaking to you from Yankee Stadium, where the Baltimore Colts are playing in the first overtime period in the history of professional football.
I think that's low.
United gives to Amici. The Colts are the world champions. Amici scores.
You're talking about a drive that defined an era, defined a couple of great players, and is still talked about as the greatest game ever played. How does the drive that won the greatest game ever played come in 7th?
High score, 17-all.
United's never had any doubt.
He went into the huddle and said, all right, guys, we got a long way to go. Let's go.
Backed up on their own 20-yard line, Johnny Unitas methodically drove the Colts on a 13-play, 80-yard drive, inadvertently creating the NFL's first 2-minute drill.
That is a glimpse of the future of the NFL that happens in 1958.
This is where Unitas DeBerry really showed that you can have this timing between a quarterback and a receiver, that you use the clock, you watch the clock, you methodically go down the field.
I interviewed Unitas once and asked him, at any point in that, did you get nervous? And Unitas said, if you know what you're doing, you don't get nervous. And Unitas knew what he was doing.
Alan Amici's touchdown ended the 1958 championship game.
The most dramatic finish in professional football.
But had it taken place today, the greatest game ever played may have ended differently.
Here the Colts are. They've marched down the field. They have the ball at the 10-yard line. So all you need is a field goal to win it. And they don't do that.
Not risking the field goal, Unitas hits his favorite target, Berry.
And then you get down close to the goal line, and everybody thinks, okay, now they just punch it in. And Unitas throws a pass. People's reaction is, oh my God, why are you throwing a pass in that situation? And there was Unitas just running the whole thing like a maestro.
Saying this drive is number 7 on this list is like saying the American Revolution is number 7 on the list of American historical achievements. I mean, come on. This is history here. This was a monumental drive in the history of this league.
The Amici run is what we remember, but the drive itself, that's the most brilliant part of that entire game.
Another historic moment in football history.
It's one of the most significant drives in the history of football.
But is it clutch?
It was clutch.
The number 6 punt drive of all time. The Giants drive to win Super Bowl 42.
The catch heard round David Tyree's helmet only at 6. I don't understand that one.
What a Super Bowl this has been. Can the Giants do it? They're down by 4. They've got to go 83 yards in 2:39.
Super Bowl 42, I went Patriots jersey on, and you're watching this horrible, it's like a train hitting you at 3 miles per hour, and you're waiting to get hit by it, because you're seeing the course of events happen. And then all of a sudden, that catch on the helmet.
And it is caught. How in the world did he do that?
And we're like, oh my God, we're gonna lose to New York.
This O-line we're facing today is the greatest O-line of all time. We don't stand a chance.
Michael Strahan was being sarcastic, but not many gave the Giants a chance against the 18-0 Patriots, especially when New York trailed late in the fourth quarter.
It was 14-10, a minute to go. Giants are in their own territory. They would have won it if they could have just stopped a 3rd and 5 miracle.
That 3rd and 5 miracle turned out to be one of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history.
Manning, back to throw. The rush, gonna be hit, gonna be sacked. No, he got out of it. Now he fires downfield, and it is caught.
I mean, the Tyree catch is truly a miracle. We've never seen that before, and we've never seen that since.
Hey, this is fairy tale stuff. Only God kind of stuff.
If people want to know how to trigger me, they'll just take a football and they'll hold it up by this side of their head, and I can't do it. Can we stop?
Well, obviously, the Tyree play is the play from Super Bowl 42. But what people don't remember is that at the very beginning of the drive, Amani Toomer catches a pass for 9.5 yards, and it looks like the Giants got a bad spot. So the Giants have to go for it on 4th and 1. And if Brandon Jacobs doesn't get the first down, ball game over.
This is the ball game.
Handoff Jacobs, runs right, dives ahead, he's got the first down.
Well, I remember a key 3rd down in that drive. Steve Smith made a catch on the sideline. So the Giants, to win that game, had a few plays go their way, more than a few plays go their way.
Asante Samuel could have finished that off for them, and then he didn't.
2nd down and 5. Manning hit as he let it go, and Asante Samuel came close to a game-ending interception. Eli Manning was expecting something else on the outside. They're fortunate that Samuel didn't intercept that one.
Asante Samuel could have ended that drive at that point, and we wouldn't be talking about Tyree. We'd be talking about the 19-0 Patriots, but that's football.
I bet you there's a strong contingent of people that think that the David Tyree helmet catch was either A, a touchdown, or B, the last play of the game.
But it wasn't, John. After the helmet catch, the Giants were still down 4 and needed a touchdown to capture their 3rd Super Bowl title.
The touchdown pass to Plaxico Burress, that throw was one of the best throws I've ever seen Eli Manning make in a game. And it came in a pressure situation on a game-winning drive in the Super Bowl.
With 35 seconds to go, the Giants regain the lead. Manning to Burress.
I'm sure Plaxico Burress wishes that play was celebrated a little more, but let's be honest, the play of the game was the Tyree catch.
That drive, that moment, Super Bowl history, NFL history, lives forever, and it's not just the helmet catch. It's everything that went through it. It's one of the great drives of all time. It has everything you could possibly want.
The number 5 clutch drive of all time. The 49ers drive to win Super Bowl 23.
Greatest clutch drive that I witnessed would have been, was it the 1988 Super Bowl with Joe Montana against the Bengals?
The 49ers have a long way to go. Montana on first down, throws over the middle, completes it to Craig.
The way that the drive happened, methodically, right to left, driving 90 yards. You're just sitting back and like, man, this guy's making it look easy. And at the end of that ball game, Joe Montana hits John Taylor on a slant route to the left.
Back to throw Montana. Steps up, throws.
I was just like, wow, that's what I'm trying to be like.
Before the drive even started, Joe Montana showed why he's known as Joe Cool.
The ultimate way to show just how cool under pressure that Joe Montana was is the fact that they're down 3, less than 4 minutes to play. And instead of thinking about, I've got to go 92 yards, it is, hey, look, there's John Candy in the stands.
You know, there's certain things, I don't mean to be a curmudgeon, but the Joe Montana spotting John Candy and that this is somehow provides some insight into how cool Joe Cool was. All right, it's enough already, right?
So they said that, Joe Cool comes out to the huddle. He's joking around. Is John Candy sitting over there. Everybody's loose. And then he immediately starts rattling off passes. He hits Roger Craig, 8 yards. Then he hits Rice on a pass.
Joe throws for Rice. He has it.
Then he hits Rice again, 17 yards.
Montana trying to drive him the length of the field here.
Rice again, 27 yards.
Montana throws over the middle. A 5-catch for Rice. Rice into the 20. He's down to the 19.
Then he hits Craig again, get down to the 10-yard line. I mean, Montana just shredded them to death.
He goes down the field without making a mistake. He uses almost every second on the clock, and Montana looks off Jerry Rice for the game-winning touchdown to throw to John Taylor.
They went 92 yards in 11 plays.
I'm not even sure if it's the best Montana drive. The drive leading to the catch was pretty good.
To me, in this wonderful career of Joe Montana, if you think of one drive, this is absolutely the tape you roll, is Super Bowl 23 against the Bengals.
That's another great throw by Montana. Great throw.
I think a little bit of the clutch factor goes away when you realize this was just routine for them at this point.
That drive's the epitome of the Bill Walsh, Joe Montana era. Nothing better. It's number 1 as far as I'm concerned.
The number 4 clutch drive of all time. The Packers drive to win the Ice Bowl.
60 years ago, and his name is Lombardi. Vincent is there, and he's like, everyone, do you know the Gipper? They're like, we don't know the Gipper. So you don't win one for the Gipper. Win one for the frostbite that is on your legs and feet. Because if we do not end this game, everyone will turn into a White Walker. And they did it.
A lot of people argue that may be the greatest game ever played because you'll never find conditions worse than that. You'll never find the stakes higher than that.
Starr begins the count. Takes the snap. He's got the quarterback sneak, and he's into the touchdown.
If that's the case, then you could argue that maybe that drive was the greatest drive of all time.
What kind of weather they call us, buddy?
Green Bay weather.
Oh, boy. This might be the coldest one.
Oh, yes, definitely a record today.
You think so?
Certainly.
On the coldest New Year's Eve in the cold, cold history of Green Bay, the Packers met the Dallas Cowboys at the Eastern Conference for the championship of the National Football League.
I remember the morning of that game getting a wake-up call, and the lady said, "Good morning, Mr. Sable. The sun is out. The wind is out of the north. It's 16 degrees below zero. Have a nice day." And that's the way the Ice Bowl started for us.
Despite the frigid temperatures, Bart Starr and the Packers heated up, driving 68 yards on 12 plays on one of the coldest and most clutch drives in NFL history.
The Packers launched a last-second drive, kind of a march that has become their trademark.
I think they really believed that this is what we were built for. This situation, these kinds of conditions, and this moment. And I can't explain to you how we're going to do it. I don't know exactly what plays we're going to do, but I know how it's going to end. And it's going to end with us winning the game.
1 yard, the clock, and the brave Dallas defense were all that stood between the Packers and the impossible dream.
Think about the stones it takes to make that play call. On third down, 16 seconds left, and no timeouts. If he falls short of the goal line, the Packers lose that football game. This is win or lose.
The Packers are NFL champions for the third straight year.
What a Jedi moment. Just like, you know what? Guess what, guys? We're going to run it to the right. Just kidding. I'm going to smash this up the middle myself and win the game. Beautiful.
I think there have been more impressive drives. I think that was a great game. But as far as the drive, I'd put it a little lower.
The Packers find a way to go down the field to ice the Cowboys in the Ice Bowl. It's an amazing drive.
If I ever had to tell anybody what the Green Bay Packers of my era were all about, I'd say go back and watch that drive in the Ice Bowl. The execution of everybody on the field was just absolutely sensational.
How about that? We've never seen a finish like this one.
The number 3 clutch drive of all time, the drive.
So you have a category called greatest drives and a play called the drive, and that's not number 1? Like it's right there. It's like in the name of the top 10 title.
It's called the drive. It has to be number 1. How can you have the drive not be number 1 when we're talking about drives?
The drive by Elway. Ugh. The only people who care about that are people in Cleveland and Denver. Giant fans are like, yeah, drive? What drive? Yeah, thanks for getting the drive done because we beat you up in the Super Bowl.
At 98 yards, our number 3 clutch drive is the longest on our list.
Here's the key. It was a drive. You're talking a 15-play, 98-yard drive in 5 minutes and 2 seconds at the end of the fourth quarter, the most pivotal time.
The Browns never force a fourth down. I mean, it almost gets hurt in its ability to be called clutch because it seemed too easy. I mean, that he just drove down the field methodically. I've never seen anything like it.
Touchdown! 98.5-yard drive.
You know what I remember from the drive? 3rd and 18. John Elway got sacked.
Sacked at the 48-yard line.
The Cleveland crowd was going nuts. They thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They thought it was done.
Super Bowl!
And the next play, threw a 20-yard rifle shot to Mark Jackson wide open in the middle of the field.
Caught. Mark Jackson, first down at the Cleveland 27-yard line.
That's what I remember about the drive.
There's plenty of reasons John Elway is wearing a gold jacket and is in the Hall of Fame. But the drive, I think, meant maybe as much to John Elway's legacy as any play he ever made.
We walked in knowing that it was a do-or-die situation. There was nothing else. It either go to the Super Bowl or we're going home, and we got a chance to do it on this drive.
John Elway went 6 of 9 for 78 yards, and he ran twice for 20 yards. 78 plus 20 is the 98. He accounted for all of it. That's what made John Elway who John Elway is.
Yeah, well, John Elway, he's one of the best at football. You can ask anybody.
You put that load squarely on the shoulders
of the big player, Elway, leads the Broncos 98 yards.
I wouldn't have even let him in the stadium that day. Not if you want to win at football.
For me, the drive could easily be number one.
It's one of the most iconic memories, situations, plays, moments in NFL history, and also it's called the drive.
What a great drive, Merlin. 98 yards.
Superb drive.
Every week in the NFL, there are drives, and there have been a million drives. But you talk about the drive, that was the drive.
The number 2 clutch drive of all time. The Steelers drive to win Super Bowl 43.
But what's better, the throw or the catch on that play?
The catch. Catch is the, I mean, like, well, man, now you got me thinking.
The catch is better than the throw.
I think the throw that Roethlisberger made, to me, is equally amazing.
No, I'm still going to say the catch.
You're trying to fit that ball through a mail slot.
Degree of difficulty, Santonio Holmes, 10. The throw from Big Ben, 5.
Well, Damon, even if you weren't blown away by the throw, you had to be impressed with the drive Big Ben orchestrated in Super Bowl 43. A Larry Fitzgerald touchdown gave the Cardinals the lead and left the Steelers with 2.5 minutes to win the Super Bowl.
I don't know how you get your composure after that play and you march down the field.
Time to be great. Time to be great.
First completion on the drive is such a defining play. Ben Roethlisberger escapes pressure, could have been sacked. He gets the ball to Santonio Holmes. They start moving forward.
When he got that drive started, you could just sense something special was going to happen.
Ben Roethlisberger is told in the huddle by Santonio Holmes, just keep throwing it to me, man.
Hey, I want the ball.
Rolling?
Hey, I want the ball.
And Roethlisberger goes, okay.
Pumps, fires a pass, it's caught. Running down the sideline, 30.
And what's amazing is that the Cardinals had no answer for Santonio the entire drive. Ben Roethlisberger telegraphs every pass on that drive. This one's going to Santonio. That one's going to Santonio. This one's going to Santonio.
Santonio Holmes is uncontainable, undefendable in that moment. When you have somebody who's that hot, you just keep going back to the well. And they did for one of the grand moments in the game's history.
That was like one of the greatest drives I ever saw, and that pass was so beautiful.
He scrambles around, throws it back corner of the end zone. Santonio with a touchdown! I don't know how he did it!
Feet dangling the sideline in the corner. He just rips that pass.
Got about this big of a window to fit it in, and Santonio Holmes needs to catch it with his fingertips, get his toes down with 3 other defenders in the area.
When he lets that ball go, he's got almost nowhere to put it, and Holmes has almost got nowhere to go.
That's how you be great! That's how you be great!
I was stunned that he was able to basically take over an entire drive in a Super Bowl.
This might be the greatest clutch drive by any non-quarterback in NFL history.
The number 1 clutch drive of all time. The Patriots drive to tie Super Bowl 51.
Bryant with a throw. Here's Coleman at the 5. He'll beat Nikovich to the end zone. Falcons 28, New England 3.
I'm thinking to myself, wow, they're not only losing, they're getting blown out.
Looking for Julio. What a catch!
That will live in Super Bowl history right there.
This is great.
It's always that one catch, you know what I'm saying?
It's a good run. Fun team to watch. I'm happy we got to the Super Bowl. And then all of a sudden,
gotta play tougher, harder, tougher, everything! Everything we got!
The Patriots weren't going down without a fight. Their 25-point deficit was quickly reduced to 8.
at that point in the game, the Patriots had already come back. So I'm like, we're winning this game. They're the Patriots. This is what they do.
Go. Gotta believe.
Gotta believe, boys!
The first test of faith happened on a 3rd and 10 from their own 9-yard line.
Hogan makes the grab at the 25.
Wow. Oh, our quarterback is in a groove.
Everything they did in that fourth quarter worked.
Stands and throws down the middle for Edelman. Ball's tipped. And Julian diving for it.
That's one of those moments that it's a miracle moment. You know, you never should be able to make that catch, but all luck goes your way, just changes the entire game.
It was a fantastic grab that changed the drive. That was it. That's the game-winning play right there.
I caught it. Crazy, I swear to God. No way, look at that. Watch. No.
Are the stars just aligned a certain way? That Edelman catch was so insane that you knew something funky was going on, and that funky thing was the Patriots winning that Super Bowl.
I already know what's happening. I just know. Like, it's just like, this is just so Brady. This is just so the Pats.
Once the Patriots started rolling, you knew the Patriots were going to tie it up. You knew how it was going to end. By that point in time, it was inevitable. The collapse was complete.
Tom takes the snap. He backs up, hands it to White. Up the middle! Touchdown, Patriots!
They had the presence of mind to score as fast as they could because they knew they had to hit the 2-point conversion.
Brady under center. Tom takes the snap. Quick throw to Amendola. Screen left. He's in! Reaches across the goal line for a score. Yeah! Yeah! And one's down by 25. The Patriots are even with Atlanta.
28-3. And this is the thing that puts the exclamation on it. They are able to come back, make an amazing catch, and everybody rolls to another Super Bowl.
It's not surprising that it's number one. Of course, what? Just give the Pats everything. They got the coin toss after the drive. They got the Super Bowl victory after the drive.
And a title for the Patriots!
Tom Brady goes off with Giselle. They get everything. Of course they got this.
That was a historic drive. Not only do they have to go down to score a touchdown, they have to get the 2-point conversion. So that's all there. I think that adds to it.
They didn't just have to come up with a clutch drive. Literally their longest drive of the entire season.
To tie the game in Super Bowl 51 in those circumstances, yeah, that's pretty hard to beat.
It's the #1 clutch drive of all time. It's the #1 greatest win of all time. It's the #1 worst collapse of all time. Everything from that game can be #1 because we have never seen anything like it, and we will never, ever see anything like that again.